On crossing the bridge and walking through a natural rock archway, we will find ourselves in an open chamber. Turning to your left, we have the unearthed St. Michael's Cave. St. Michael's Cave has interested visitors to Gibraltar since the days of the Romans. The cave was long believed to be bottomless. This probably gave birth to the story that the Rock of Gibraltar was linked to the continent of Africa by a subterranean passage over 24 kilometers, 15 miles long, under the Strait of Gibraltar. The famous Barbary macaques were said to have come to Gibraltar through this undersea passage. The story also said that the passage emerges at Leonara's Cave, which begins inside St. Michael's Cave itself. Pompilius Mela, one of the earliest writers on geography who lived about the beginning of the Christian era, described Calpe, the Roman name for Gibraltar, as a mountain with wonderful concavities, which has its western side almost opened by a large cave which may be penetrated far into the interior. An early description of St. Michael's Cave says, "It is narrow at its entrance, but wide within, like a pitcher," while a third writer tells us that it was dedicated as a shrine of Hercules. It was at one time believed that when the Spaniards first tried to retake Gibraltar from the British in 1704, a party of 500 of their troops spent a night in the cave after climbing the precipitous east face of the rock along a path shown to them by a shepherd. Next morning, it was said, the alarm was given, and the troops of the garrison surprised and overpowered the raiding party. A Colonel Mitchell and another officer were said to have descended into the cave at some point, at some unspecified date before 1840, never to be seen again. This story led to extensive exploration of the cave in 1840, 1857, and 1865, but no trace of the missing officers was ever discovered. A scientific exploration of every hole, crevice, and passage of the cave, made in the years 1936 to 1938, did not reveal any human bones or recent rockfalls which could have covered the remains, so it may be that they arranged the story to cover their disappearance. The cave consists of an upper hall and connected with 5 passages, with drops of between 12.2 meters and 45.7 meters into a smaller hall. Beyond this point is a series of narrow holes, which leads to a further succession of chambers, reaching a depth of some 62.5 meters below the entrance. During the Second World War, the cave was prepared as an emergency hospital, but was never used. In blasting an alternative entrance to the cave, now used as a tourist exit, a further series of deeply descending chambers was discovered, now called Lower St. Michael's Cave. The main cavern is now open to visitors and makes a unique auditorium for concerts, dance, and drama. With a seating capacity of 400 to 600, it has been in use as a theatre since the early 1960s. Behind us and walking right to the far end, we will see a piece of broken stalactite that must have fallen from the cave ceiling thousands of years ago. It has been sliced through and polished to show its cross-section as an exhibit in which its multiple rings can be clearly seen. Each ring represents a year of growth.